Hey folks, Michael Knapp here. I want to talk about the theory of evolution. The theory of evolution goes like this, that somehow years ago, millions of years ago, there was a big bang, and through that big bang, atoms, nuclei, cells, whatever you want to call it, got together somehow through that process and formed living organisms. And then in a process of time, those living organisms changed from one form to another, basically from a monkey or whatever to a human. Well, I want to talk about this idea of random chance. I have a box of cards here. As you can see, these cards are organized. If I pull them out, I'm just going to show you what they look like in the box. They look like this. They're organized perfectly in this, where the right side up and then the other side's like this. And they're perfectly put in a box like this. Now, you and I know that an intelligent designer came up with a concept where the machine, when it prints it, it puts it in a box like this. Random chance says that there was a bunch of these cards and they all somehow mysteriously fell into place in this order. Now let me ask you a question. If there's 1,000 of these cards in a box, what are the chances if I shook up a bunch of, a bucket full of these cards, shook them up, just shook them and shook them and shook them and shook them, what are the chances that these cards would be organized so perfectly in this box, even in order like this? What are the chances of that happening? There are no chances. It's statistically impossible for these cards to organize themselves in such a way that not one of them is out of place. It has to be the case that in this process there was an intelligent designer. Why is it? Why is it that human beings believe that somehow cells just randomly came together and formed an eyeball or teeth? Or what blows me away is a human body that has teeth that fall out when you're young to be replaced by bigger teeth and better teeth. Well, maybe not necessarily better, but stronger teeth when you're older. That somehow random chance made that happen. I think we, in the process of studying science, we have decided that it is better to take God out of an equation, an intelligent designer out of an equation, because we don't want to deal with our moral compass. Because there is no logic whatsoever that says random chance put these cards together perfectly. That doesn't happen and will never happen. It's not statistically possible if we took 10, 20, 50, a trillion years where these boxes, this cards would come together in such a perfect format. Do the same thing with a deck of cards. Take a deck of cards, buy it brand new, which we obviously know is an intelligent designer put it together that way. Shuffle the cards over and over and over and over and over and over again. And let me ask you a question. How many times do you think you'd have to shuffle those cards over again to get them perfectly back in order? It will never happen. Therefore, random chance in that format will never happen. But yet we want to call it science. It blows me away that we can look at an eyeball or a tooth or a cell of any kind and believe in the theory of evolution. Anyway, thanks for listening.